So yeah, pretty decent collection. Been collecting for a while. Got back into Lego in 2017 with my kids, and now building up this set right here, the Creator 3-in-1, showing off the old castle from the 80s that I got as a kid myself. And so adding this, which is pretty neat. You can already kind of make, this is what I've built so far for the new Creator Castle, but you can already see that if you stopped with just bags 1, 2, and 3, you'd have yourself a little castle fort right there with drawbridge and everything. No real keep inside, just 4 walls. Matt is alive. Let's go. Matt is alive is here. Let's get it right. Let's read the Matt is alive contributions. He says, Matt has arrived, has alive, digging the dive, striving to survive, drive to thrive, subscribed and liked the live. Psh! Always high fives for Matt is alive. As you can tell, or maybe you can't, I'm just got this thing, this virus cold thing that's been going around our area, and so now it's my turn. It's mostly affecting my voice, so we'll see how long I can talk. Matt is Life says, my doctor told me that I was going deaf. That news was really hard to hear. Nice, Matt is alive. You gotta throw in some kind of Lego reference too. Cole says, I'm buying that AT day one. I know. I think it's going to go for $60. So nothing, it's still expensive, but nothing too outrageous. It does come with that gingerbread Darth Vader, judging from what the pictures were, if that's accurate. So, you know what? A worthy buy. So if you are a Lego fan, thank you for checking out this channel. As you scroll through things, and leave a like, subscribe, join the Lego community we got going here. And thank you for joining Lego Master A5 today. I think you're new to the channel, so thanks for joining in the chat. Let's see. Owen the Lego Master says, oh, the castle. Nice. So you're getting this one too. So far, it's been a great build, and I do like the drawbridge effect here because it's the old Lego castle was string, that the tension string, and you twirl it around the pulley here, and then the drawbridge opens. Whoops, like this, slowly goes down. You can see it down in the bottom of the screen there, but it's pretty cool. Whoops, not holding it together as it used to. I gotta reassemble that. But then this one is just a nice Technic piece there, and it's all connected by Lego, and it goes up really quick. So that's cool. So yeah, still I don't think the build is complete on that, because when you release it to go down, it gets stuck. So I'm wondering if there's another function I need to add to it. Awesome. So 3-in-1 castle in the UK, it's 104 pounds. Okay, so here, what was it, $150, I want to say. So, okay, so I guess that's the equivalent. That sounds about right. Danzo Mando says, kind of wish the Vader had arm print, maybe some gun drops. Ooh, yes, that would be very cool. I didn't look at it closely, so the picture obviously looks pretty impressive, and then you look up at it more closely. It's not as fancy a set as you think. I mean, the effect is great. Gingerbread AT&T, who can go wrong with that? But yeah, the pieces are, it looks like a pretty basic build. John Powell says, really the big thing about the AT-AT is the Vader minifig. True, yeah, you're buying a gingerbread build, getting a lot of gingerbread color pieces or cookie color pieces, and then of course the minifig. No doubt it will sell out. I remember, was it last Christmas or the Christmas before, they did a Christmas, not advent calendar, but like a Christmas, I don't know, mini diorama of Vader with a Christmas sweatshirt, and maybe it was with Luke, and that thing sold quick as well. But yeah, the real attraction are the unique, exclusive minifigures, I guess you could say. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good are Jolly Ranchers? Says Brickstorm, definitely a 10. The Owen Lego Master says Jolly Ranchers are my favorite. Danzo Mando says, sorry about that, Matt. You can't hear. Oh man, I think Matt is Alive's got some good jokes though. Everyone hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you, Cole. Psh, high fives. Let's go. Let's see. CC5853 is here. Awesome. He is here. I will try to add more Lego into my jokes. Until then, please don't block me. Matt is alive. Wicked comeback right there. Touche, Matt is alive. Cole Nelson says you should pin my last comment. Yes, for sure. For sure. Let's go. There we go. Got it, Cole. Message pinned. You got it, man. I've never done that before. That was kind of cool. Thanks, Cole. Little feature to add on there. Matt is alive. Loving the dive. The Brick Therapy live stream live. Owen Lego Master says the vintage castle is from the 80s. I've seen it before. Yeah, actually looking it up, Owen, it's 1978. It's a little bit older than I thought. So when I got it in the 80s, it had been out for quite a while apparently. But I mean, Lego was putting out some really cool sets. There were a lot of castle sets back then, some battle packs basically. Some you could buy a set with a couple knights or castle guards, wagons. Then of course they had their space series, all the Lego space sets. Those were great. And you got custom base plates. I remember I got a custom base plate that kind of had like moon rock surface to it. So a lot of good things. Matt is Alive says, over 100 pounds of Legos for one set. Wow, that is heavy. Exactly right. Meowing, Ton Von Meow. How's the Lego 3-in-1 castle going? It's going well. In fact, let's get into bag 4. This is bag 4 of 11. Just talking about all the September 1st. Ooh, there is a couple cool swords in here, minifig accessories. That looks great. So looks like I got another minifig. Which one am I building up now? He must be. Ooh, he might be the king or the knight with the serpent shield. I can't tell. I forgot. So there's this. Whoops. There is the knight, or there's the king, and then there's the knight with the serpent shield. So what? Can't tell right away, but I do see a black helmet, so I think it's the knight. And the horse must come later. It's so fun when you open these bags and still things are hidden in plain sight, literally, because you can't tell what's all in there. And then you open it, you're like, hey, a fun surprise in here. So this knight is a pretty serious warrior. He's got a lance. And he's got 2 lances, well, an extra one, but there's 2 of these lances and 2 of these swords. So those are a lot better than the circa 1980s swords. It's like a Roman blade versus a medieval blade here. So very cool. Owen the Lego Master says really cool. The AT will go perfect with my gingerbread house, says Brickstorm. I didn't get that set. How is that set, Brickstorm? I contemplated it, and it was 4 years ago now, maybe longer. And I don't know. There's some of those Christmas sets that look great, and then others I don't want to spend $100 on. Like the one last year, the Santa's Post Office one with the hot air balloon. I was like, eh. Danzo Mando says, I think $70 for a Christmas set is perfect. I'm sealing my Vader and I'm going to sell it next Christmas for $45, which I predict is what it will be going for since it's rare. Ooh, Danzo Mando with a plan already. Let's go. CC5853 says, everyone, we need to get to 5,000 subs before the end of the year. Let's go. Yes, awesome. Thank you, Cole W Stream. Thank you, CC5853. Meowing the Von Meow says, you see the mock castle someone did with three of the 3-in-1 castles. No, is that on YouTube? So they combined 3 of these. I think I might have, or I saw a thumbnail of it. and they compared it to the Lion's Night Castle. If that is the same reference you're thinking of, Meowing. So it looked really good. You know, the other thing is, was it last year, the Bricklink, those customized sets that people design and then they sell like a few of those. They did a castle last year that looked really good too. That's one I thought it was initially, but I think it's the one you're describing here. Bag 4 has the king and knight with both houses. Oh, very cool. Meowing knows what's in here. All right. Very cool. John Powell says, yeah, I mentioned it the other night. Okay, so you guys have seen that one. All right, so they didn't do this. They didn't do this. They did a mega castle. So they did a bigger version of the castle here. That would be kind of fun. So if you got 3 of those, let's just see. Let's just see what that would be the equivalent of the price of a. Would that be the equivalent of a price of the Lion's Castle? So the 3-in-1 castle is $130. Okay, it's less than $150, so that's good. So 130 times 3, right? So 260, 390. Yeah, about the same as getting the Lion's Night Castle if you got 3 of the the creator ones. Sorry guys, dealing with a little bit of a cold here. Then you do get 3 sets of the minifigs as well. So I guess that's not bad. I have to build that one up too. We do have the Lion's Night Castle. It's been in backlog zone for a little while here. I lost my page. I don't know why. I had it all bookmarked and I just pulled the bookmark out. There we go. All right, so yes, the king is, this is one major reason why I got this set. I wanted a king for these castle sets. One king to rule them all, basically. So let's get his blue cape on here. He's got a pretty sweet looking shield with his crest being different from the other castle crests here with the white horse head, almost like a Rohan type of fellow. Oh, love this crown. This is a piece. I don't know if they have these. I feel like they've had these every once in a while at the Build a minifigure, but I'm not sure. But that looks great. Get his shields. And let me show him off. If I don't get anything else built today, I will have completed El Rey, the king of castle. Well, I guess you can give it whatever name you want because it just our king of horse castle, basically. And here he is, looking pretty fire. Ooh, put his shield down a little bit. There he is. Nice. What a great minifigure that is, man. Okay, so we gotta compare here. What is the most? This is probably the oldest minifigure I still have. This is a minifigure from 1984. This was a guard of the jousting tournament set. And here's the king. 2025 versus 1984 set. Of course, the yellow is more apparent. This guy's always happy. The king's looking pretty stern and serious. Love it though. Love these minifigs. So I can keep building now here. CC5853 says, the Lion Knight's Castle, I want it before it retires. I think it retires this year too, doesn't it, guys? John Pell says, oh yeah, he mentioned that, the combo of the castles. Danzo Mando, see you, man. Thank you for joining us. Leave a like. John Powell says, compared it against the Lion Knight's Castle for less money. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's about the same, right? Well, it's not the same in terms of everything, but if you get 3 of those 3-in-1 castles, it's about $390. And the Lion Knight's Castle, how much is the Lion Knight's Castle? I think it's almost $400. It's been a while. Yeah, it's $400 basically. $399. So a little bit less. So yeah, you get 3 of the medieval horse knight castles. And there you go. Plus you get a king. I don't know. The Lion Knight's castle does not come with a king, does it? I think it comes with, obviously comes with 22 minifigures. That's pretty sweet. Let's see, several knights. It comes with a wizard, Robin Hood looking fellows. It comes with a, well, there's a guy on horseback here. Let me see. Let me zoom in. It looks like another knight. Could be like the, you know, like King John from England from the Crusades or something. So it could be a king in disguise. The other cool thing is, I don't know if you guys noticed, if you go to, well, if you go on to lego.com and you click on the Lion Knight's castle page, below there's something called Ye Old Brick Shop from Pick-a-Brick, and you can get battle packs of different characters that basically fit in with the castle set. So you could get a set of archers, you can get a set of these guys, the same type of armor as the from the old yellow castle, kind of like these guys. This was a CMF, but basically the same look, although their uniform is, or yeah, their uniform or their tunic is all magenta. And then you can get a bunch of horses and some, I don't know, bandits basically. So yeah, if you guys can probably find this if you look on the Lego website. I thought that was a cool feature. I didn't hear about it or know about it, and then I noticed it there just now. I've seen a web link to it, but I didn't realize it was right there below the Lion's Night Castle link. So that's kind of fun if you're wanting to build up that. I mean, this is kind of fun talking about another theme other than Star Wars. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Meowing knows about the king. So yeah, I built up the king, and John Powell says compared it to the Lion Knight's castle for less money, about $10 less. Let's see. I've seen the 3-in-1 on sale for $100, $110, says John Powell. Really? Already? Definitely not at lego.com. Hey, baseball. Psh, baseball's here. John Powell says, I've still got 2 Lion Knights castles. Really? Just don't know. Just don't have a place to put them. Oh, very cool. Hey, Ethan. Psh, happy Labor Day. Yes, sir. Melody Bell says the 80s rule, but the new minifigs are awesome. The 80s will always rule. I agree, Melody. Let's go, Gen X. Psh, Gen X in the house. There should be a National Lego Day. Why not? I mean, if they have Donut Day, they have Talk Like a Pirate Day, there should be a Lego Day. Lego would have to do something, since they're not an American company. I don't know what they have to do to make it so. Gunboy is here. He's back. Psh. Glitchfire says, hey everyone, including Brick Therapy, should I get the Lego Optimus Prime or the Lego Soundwave? Ooh, good question, Glitchfire. Maybe get Optimus Prime just because he's older of a set. He might, I don't know if he'll get retired soon. And then Soundwave, you can wait for a little bit longer maybe, because, well, you know, in fact, unless you're in a hurry, you never know, as Black Friday gets closer in November, maybe some of those guys will go on sale. CC5853 says, I need to contact Lego about the pink Commander Fox torso. Oh, yes, I heard about that. Is that part of the drop ship? Like, they were going to replace the torso on that guy. That is, yeah, I heard about somebody talking about that. Ivan says, I've decided what Lego City set I'm going to buy for our Lego modular building. It's going to be the Lego City Express passenger train. Ivan with the train sets. Very nice. Hey, Lydia. Psh, welcome, welcome. What website? Yeah. Are you talking about the ones for the sale prices? Melody says, this is International Lego Day. There is an International Lego Day, January 28th. That sounds like a good day to have off then from everything and just build Lego. Big Lego competition around the world. Awesome. John Powell says, Watch late October through November. You'll be able to get a deal on the 3-in-1. There it is right there, guys. So that would be amazing. That might be another reason to get this set or get a second version of it. I know the other 3-in-1 castle that was out about 5 years ago, that went on sale. That went on sale for under $100 a few times, especially on Amazon. So I think patience will pay off on waiting on that one for sure. The Lion Knight's castle, though, I wouldn't be surprised if that one goes on sale as well. It has gone on sale before. I know it's basically $400. I've seen it go below $300. Kind of like what they're doing with the Diagon Alley, which makes me think that set they are offloading. So probably the same thing with the Lion Knight's castle. They're going to sell off all their stock. So if you do catch it go on a discount like that, and you have the funds, get that castle for sure. I haven't built it yet, but just having it is amazing. And again, it harkens back to this old Lego castle set. Got actually two of my old Lego castle sets out here. There's the gray castle there and the yellow castle. So building up a lot of good things here. It's one of the sets that usually goes on sale. Yeah, I agree. In fact, I've seen it on sale. So I think you guys will be in luck. Let's see. I'm going to pin that comment from Melody that says the 80s sets are awesome. Yes, the 80s do rule. Let's go with the 80s. The 80s do rule. The 80s are awesome. Let's see. CC5853 says, I saw it a while ago. Baseball says going back to school tomorrow. That makes more sense than August. I gotta be honest, baseball. I know it's kind of a bummer to be done with vacation, but it's so much better than going back to in August. All right, so as I build here, bag 4 of the castle. We've got the king all built up, and apparently the knight will be coming soon here. So I'll show off both these guys here as I get to it. And already kind of curious as to what I'm putting together here in bag 4. Can't tell what this is going to be, but it's fun to, not try and look ahead, but it's got a lot of cool colors in it already. Some kind of, let's see, might be a horse piece. Are the horses built up this way? Maybe. It's got a lot of white pieces to it, so we'll see here. But since there are no, I don't think there's not the horse figures like this one from, I was thinking maybe one of these horses like they have here from the Shire set, but maybe it might be actually a little mini build of a horse. So we'll see here. Hey, Brick Therapy, should I get the Optimus or Soundwave Lego sets? I'm saying get the Optimus one just because it's older, Glitchfire. John Powell says, oh wait, did I read this? I got 2 Lion Knights castles, Christmas 2023 when they had a major deal. Ooh, excuse me. Awesome. That's the way to do it. If you can afford getting some really good sets, that is so tempting. I think I had the Lion Knight's castle already, and when I saw it go down in price, I was very tempted to get another one myself. That's a great set to have. In fact, I'll keep an eye out if it goes on sale, like you guys are saying, you know, or I'm saying also, maybe in November, October, November, or maybe, I don't know if the other retailers will have it on sale also. Let's see here. Did Melody Bell sign off? Melody Bell, bye to you. And Alexander, see you guys next time. Ivan says, Glitchfire says, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm probably getting the Soundwave set for Christmas. Yeah, I would say, oh, if you get it for Christmas, then you'll have both. And that's a win-win right there. I do like that Soundwave. I do like the Transformers. Also, again, going back to the 80s and enjoying old old school themes back from my childhood. Apparently, there are a lot of Lego fans that are in my generation, so Lego is definitely proving that they want to appeal to those Gen Xers, especially when you add up everything, right? They did the Nintendo, the original Nintendo game console. They've done the Atari. They're doing the Game Boy. They're doing the Transformer sets. They did Voltron several years ago. Lots of 80s themed Lego sets, and as well as re-releasing castle sets. Star Wars has been out forever and continues, and Star Wars appeals to pretty much any generation. But yeah, the niche for the 80s generations, or the 80s peep kids growing up back then and now, and the love of Lego obviously is a growing market for them. So, and I'm not complaining. I think though, I guess, going back to Harry Potter, that's obviously after, but I brought up Harry Potter at the beginning of the stream just because that's an example of those big sets going on sale. I don't know if the Diagon Alley is something some of you guys had your eye on, but that's worth taking a look at if you can afford it. For basic kind of modular builds, and if you're building up a huge Lego city, that's a great opportunity to get 4 sweet looking buildings, whether you want it to keep as a Harry Potter themed build or not. It just looks great, kind of a classic looking high street, in England type of build. Okay, this is a horse, but very fancy horse build, that is for sure. So this looks like the body, and now the mane being built here. Let's see. John Pell says, last year that set did not go on sale. Hey, Stormy Q, welcome, welcome. Glitchfire says, Brick Therapy, the legs bend on it. On the horse? I guess so. Melody Bell seconds that. So I'm thinking 80s, of course. Ivan says, have a good night, Brick Therapy. See you, Ivan. Have a good one. John Powell says, if you are a Harry Potter fan, you have to have the Diagon Alley set. Oh, there's some pressure there. A little FOMO. Don't want to miss out on a set like that. Take advantage. For me, it's like, I am not a dedicated Harry Potter fan. I would be all over a sale price like that if it was a Lord of the Rings set. But for Harry Potter, I do like the builds. In fact, last year, actually probably last year at this time, I did take advantage because they had double VIP points going, or insider points going, and they had they had like 3 or 4 gift with purchases. So I ended up getting this set. This set is out right now too. This is a really good build though. The Triwizard Tournament, the Arrival. Love this. Look, this is, speaking of ships, we were talking about the Black Pearl the other day. This ship, this like speaks to my interest in history as well. This is something that would kind of match the castle theme in terms of kind of the medieval period. Maybe that's more like a circa 1400s, 1500s ship looking build. So if you're thinking of maybe not spending as much on Harry Potter, but you want to get those gift with purchase, those at Triwizard's worth also considering. Glitchfire says no on the Soundwave Lego set. Oh, really? All right, well, then Optimus Prime is the way to go. John Powell says, watching Deathly Hallows 2 right now. Speaking of themes from, I guess, yeah, themes. I don't know. Maybe I'm. Oh wait, I skipped something here. Let me go backtrack. Getting into all the talk about what to buy for Lego sets. I'm gonna mess up my Lego build if I don't follow the directions here. So yeah, September, actually pretty exciting as far as release day goes. That new Harry Potter set that came out, what was it called? It basically looks like a Winter Village set. Let me go back. Because that one also was the Back to Hogwarts. Is that what it's called? Oh no. Where is it? Anyway, yeah, they had a new release set, and now I already am a member, Lego. Thank you very much. Go back to Hogwarts with membership magic. It is the Back to Hogwarts set, I think. Or Hogsmeade Village. Hogsmeade Village Collector's Edition. Although this set's not released yet. So, are you buying it ahead of time? September 4th. Oh, I think it's released if you're a Lego Insider. So there's that set. That one has 18, or no, it has 12 minifigures, 3,000 pieces. Okay, so the better buy for sure is Diagon Alley if you are considering buying Harry Potter, because for this less, for $40 less now with the sale price here, you get 10 more minifigures, 3,000 more pieces in the build. There's some other sets though too. The Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition, the one with the giant owl build. That's a very decorative looking piece. And I guess if you don't want to get a giant Diagon Alley minifig scale, you could get the Diagon Alley Wizarding Shops, which is more like a nano-sized build. But that, I'd rather have the big one, because that one has real minifigures. John Powell says, I've had Harry Potter marathon playing since Friday. Oh, nice. Today is the back to school Hogwarts holiday weekend. Hogsmeade Village. Glitchfire says, what I meant both times is that the Lego Soundwave legs move. Oh, got you. The Lego Soundwave legs move. Plus, you get the 2 cassettes that go into the Soundwave, which is super cool. I definitely like the Transformer builds. I don't necessarily like the fact that transforming them isn't the best. Like Optimus Prime, or maybe I'm just not doing it right, but I have both the Optimus Prime and the Bumblebee, and both those sets are a headache to transform. I've left both of them in vehicle form because transforming them, they pretty much just fall apart, at least from my experience. I mean, maybe I'm not doing it as carefully, but yeah, it's hard to transform Lego. It's a build, but I still like it. I mean, the sets are well thought through. It's just, it's tricky when you already have moving parts and Lego pieces. But if you like that theme, especially from the 80s, it's a great theme to have. And Soundwave, I think, is probably one of the best ones as far as Transformers go. I remember when I saw him as a kid in the Transformer cartoons, and then they did release him as a toy set back in the 80s. That guy was as popular as, or the most popular Transformer from what I remember. Plus, they had, gosh, this is competing with G.I. Joe back then, and Voltron, and Robotech. There were so many cool themes back then, on top of Lego. But to think that those two could combine now to be a Lego themed toy is pretty sweet. And I was happy to get Voltron when that came out. I timed it right in terms of getting back into Lego to get the Lego Voltron set, because that hasn't been out for a long time now. I want to say since 2018. Let's see. Diagon Alley going on sale probably killed Hogsmeade orders. I think you're right, John Powell, especially when you compare what you're getting for the money. A heck of a lot more minifigures and pieces and for a cheaper price. And all you gotta do is be a Lego Insider, which is just signing up with your email. Glitchfire says the Bumblebee and Optimus legs don't move. No, and I don't know, they don't stand very well. The Bumblebee one is the most fragile. Diagon Alley is going to be gone and plenty of time for Hogsmeade. Yeah, that's true. And I think they're just trying to get rid of that set, John Powell. Now that you keep bringing it up, you're making me want to buy it, man. Camden Smith says, what's up? Or sorry, Caden Smith says, what's up? John Powell says, Transformers are after my time. Nice, John Powell. Transformers were definitely in my time as a kid. All the 80s stuff. Loved it. All right, the horse is looking very fancy, tournament-like here with the decorative saddle going on there with the blue and white colors. Looks like basically you're building up a king and a horse. And part of the knight's horse as well, because I got black and yellow pieces here. So I guess bags 4 and 5 are mostly not the castle build part, but the side builds. The horse and knights and king, or knight and king. So at least that's what seems to be in the bag here, which is fine. It's looking good. I'm kind of wondering if they could have done less with the horse build and maybe give us more structure to the castle than make these fancy horse builds that take up are quite a lot of pieces when you're putting it together here. But at the same time, I guess since it's a 3-in-1, maybe these pieces are meant for a couple different functions other than just being a horse. You take it apart and maybe it goes into one of the other builds, like the jousting tournament balcony, or what was the other build? It was like a windmill and kind of town blacksmith setting and farm tower or something like that. So get the horse all built up here. A lot of single pieces here. A lot of one stud piece connections. So I don't know, John Powell, now you brought up Harry Potter several times, and the fact that I'm saying I think that set's probably they're trying to sell it out, means the Diagon Alley is going to be gone, which also means it'll be instantaneously a collector's item. If I were to, assume, judging from how things go with Lego, gosh, I'm going to have to sign off and get onto the Lego website. Plus, if you do buy it now, there's the horse, there's the horse head. You get 2 other gift with purchases that you can either keep or sell separately. Gain back even more of your money that way. I'm sure there's enough Lego collectors that will just want the gift with purchase at some point. Interesting. This is an interesting horse. So the lance goes in the saddle basically, which is kind of weird because I don't know if a knight would carry his lance that way, but it is Lego. All right, and then I gotta put, where did I miss the feet? Oh my gosh, I totally skipped the legs part. All right, so anyway, a lot to consider here in the next few moments as we're talking through Lego. Glitchfire says, Optimus just looks cool and awesome. I agree. He is the leader of the Autobots, Glitchfire, so you can't go wrong with that. John Powell says, Diagon Alley is 4 base plates and Hogsmeade is only 3. Yeah, I graduated in 83, so wasn't watching those cartoons. John Powell says, yeah, this is the end of the Diagon Alley. You're not going to find a better deal. No, I don't think so. Again, I never read any of the Harry Potter books or watched any of the movies. I just like the Lego sets, like the Triwizard. You know, without even thinking it's Harry Potter, just looks like a great build. You know, classic history looking ship, great for Lego in general. And so the build is great. And like I was saying before, if you wanted to add to your own Lego city and have 4 modulars looking houses or buildings, you've got 4 modular builds, each for under $100 if you were to look at it that way, and a whole slew of minifigs. And if you don't want to keep them Harry Potter theme, you don't have to. I mean, they could basically be you can mix and match the heads and everything with other themes and just make them look like townspeople, like, you know, they kind of do already. So I don't know, it's a win. It's a win in many ways. So John Powell, I'm going to do some thinking as I wonder too, now I'm saying that, I wonder, is it an exclusive? So some of you guys, I've told this, it is an exclusive. Some of you guys, I mentioned this before, there's another way to buy Lego that is quite advantageous called Rakuten. So if you go on a Rakuten website, it's like, I don't know if it's just funded by all these vendors, all these companies, but if you buy from them, they do cash back when you spend through their website or when you buy through their website. So you're basically just link up using them through the Lego website, and then the 2 websites are linked, and then you get a cash back discount. So right now they have a 15% cash back discount for Lego. The only thing is it's not, it's an exclusive, and I think the 15% is for any other Lego set, but not exclusive. So you still get cash back, but not that much. Although I've heard a trick, if you just buy some other random like keychain or something like that, you might be able to get the 15%. But anyway, check it out. I know a lot of Lego YouTubers talk about Rakuten, using Rakuten quite often. So anyway, if you do buy Lego, you're a Lego collector, it's worth checking out. Okay, so these are funky looking horse legs. You know, they're kind of at an angle too. So I'm not sure how this is supposed to stand up straight, but maybe it does. So that, I don't know, mate. This is strange. Anyway, put these horses together. See how he looks. It's almost like it's almost like a fake horse. It's like kind of like those Chinese dragons where it's like people underneath holding up, you know, fake horse head. So anyway, like those Chinese New Year dragons or something. But here we go. The king and his steed are now all assembled. King's got quite a plethora of decor going with him here. But there you go. There's the king. That's a pretty sweet looking. I mean, if you're a kid, that's looking great. That's like almost reminds me of Playmobil. If you guys know that other semi-competitor to Lego. So yeah, that's a great build. Okay, so there's the king. That was half a bag 4, so I'm assuming the knight comes next. The infamous Black Knight. So what do we got here? Hey, Sarah. Psh, welcome. Little Lego. Psh, welcome. John Powell says, seen all the movies 150 times, plus have read the books twice. So John Powell is definitely a strong reference for Harry Potter, and definitely an authority in what Harry Potter sets are worth, whether they're worth it or not. Little Lego says, up to not much going on right now. John Powell said, Stud, yeah, he's the one. Stud City uses them. Sometimes if you throw a keychain in, it works. Yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think that's the exact channel where I heard about that. I will let you guys know if this becomes a thing for Brick Therapy 2-3 to get a discounted set. Oh, a very good sized discounted set. Although that's taking away from the ultimate goal of getting a UCS Millennium Falcon. What do I do, guys? What do I weigh here? I have a feeling John Powell's got a good opinion on that one. I'm sorry. Little Lego, should I get Optimus or Soundwave? Glitchfire, looking for advice still. Oh, I was typing when you said it. Ha, so we're thinking about the same time. Today I'm getting the other for Christmas. So Glitchfire, it sounds like you are getting both. You just want to know which one to get first sooner. Anyway, so we started this live stream talking about the Harry Potter sets. Diagon Alley and several other sets, if you're a Lego Insider, are pretty decent discount and really cool looking sets, right? So if you are a Lego enthusiast and you have a Lego city that you are building up, the Diagon Alley would be an ultimate addition with a whole, basically a whole block added to your Lego city and at a discounted price with probably just in itself just a great looking set. And John Powell says he has that set, which is super cool. That's one thing to consider. And then, of course, there's the sets that were released in August. And then the other trade-off is what do you do when Lego discounts are offered like that? So if you are watching, thank you for, oh wow, 25 likes. Thanks everyone. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe if you like Lego. Just getting caught up in this Lego 3-in-1 castle build here, talking about possible deals to take advantage of while my body rebels against me for having a cold and trying to live stream at the same time. But I don't know, it's just fun talking with you guys, so get over the cold in some way here. Now building up another horse for the Black Knights of the 3-in-1 castle. Great jousting tournament looking builds here. So these horses are quite fancy. These are definitely, I remember the old build. When I built the yellow castle, we did a video of that with my son, and he built up the yellow castle using the old instructions, which was fun just to see him put it together. And then I put together the horses for that set, which I don't have out here, but those are all Lego built pieces or side build. And then the horses were all basically all individual Lego pieces, and then you put the knights sitting on them. It looked pretty basic, but actually the effect was pretty cool. And then of course Lego came out with more of these already molded horses. These ones have been out for a while too. Actually, they came with the other Lego castle sets in the 80s, so it's not too new at all. But now they're going back to building them. So building these horse sets, or these horse side builds, however you want to call it. And while doing that, contemplating September, the Harry Potter sets. So, September 15th, the Black Pearl, or I know Lego gave it a very basic name. It was like, oh, what's his name? What do they call the Black Pearl? It was not called the Black Pearl, but everyone's like, it's the Black Pearl. But that set's coming out, and I saw Captain Jack Sparrow's pirate ship. That just doesn't have a good ring to it. It just sounds so basic. But yeah, I saw a couple of videos of people who've already have this set. You know, the Lego ambassadors are the ones that got a hold of that set early, and they've already built it up. But the broadside on that ship looks so cool. It's all some kind of mechanical build in there, so a panel goes up and all the cannons are exposed. Looks pretty sweet. So that set's coming out in a couple weeks. And then there was that fun news of the gingerbread AT-AT Star Wars gingerbread. I don't know if that's taking place or adding to another Christmas modular set being released. But yeah, if you have the gingerbread house, then that's kind of a fun themed addition to all that. A $60 set, but you get a gingerbread Darth Vader, so Lego knows that. You're going to spend a lot of money on all those brown bricks to get that Darth Vader. Well, they know. They've got lots of loyal fans now, so they know people are going to get it. They just know. And I guess people will see if people end up buying any of those other Star Wars builds with the higher prices. Factored into that, probably inflation. Factored into that, possible tariff side effects. But again, Lego still has comparable builds with a lot cheaper price still for sale as well. So I don't know if they get away with charging those prices completely or charging that high a price. Just want to make tons of profit. Oh, and Oak Bricks is here. Psh! Lego says, good choice to glitch fire. Sashimi, welcome, Sashimi Dan. Psh! Awesome, very cool name. Are you building the creator set or which one? That yellow one is dope. Yes, Spitfire EM. This is the Castle 3-in-1 set. Very much into the horse build here. So in the foreground, you probably see my old school yellow Lego castle set. And then here's the build so far of the castle. This is just the first 3 bags. It's looks pretty good. Great build. The drawbridge compared to the older Lego set is pretty amazing. And these horse builds have a lot of fancy accessories. So lots of individual pieces that go into these, they go into these horses, these tournament horses for jousting. So they got tons of yellow and black, basically streamers, I guess, or blue and white streamers, signifying the different knights. And a lot of the piece count feels like it's going into this build alone. But the minifigures look great. I'll hold them up here again in a second. So if you like Lego, please like the live stream today and subscribe. Try to live stream quite often. Hopefully can tomorrow. See how I feel. I'm trying to get over this cold that already is going around. Kids at school are already getting sick and it's not even the end of summer. So what in the world is that about? All right, we need a last yellow piece that matches here. What? Or maybe did I? So, okay. So yeah, just talking about several different things going on in Lego news as well. And I can't get over thinking about that deal for the Diagon Alley set. I mean, $90 discount. It's already on back order, which means it won't be out much longer, which means I'm sure it'll be totally sold out. And that set will disappear from the Lego website forever. So I got to think about that. Sort of think about that because you can't go wrong with more modular sets. If you don't have other sets desired in your wish list, which I do. 2 of them at the top of the list being the UCS Millennium Falcon and the actually the Ninjago City workshops, I want to say. John Powell says decided to get the Quidditch Supply ice cream shop set also to get the gift with purchases. Oh, very nice. I have to look those up. Forgot what those look like. Owen Obrick says I actually remade my dad's old castle set the other day. It's your generation of sets. It's called the Dark Falcon Castle set. Made it for his birthday. Yes, awesome. I think this is probably within that theme. This is a smaller version of that castle, but they came out with a Knights castle like that one. A lot more a lot bigger castle set. But yes, very cool. Spitfire says, I actually picked up 2 of those 3-in-1 sets and combined them using instructions and turned out awesome. Huge castle. Okay, that's what we were talking about earlier, Spitfire. Kudos. Psh, high fives to you. Yeah, to compare it to actually the Lion's Castle. Very cool build. Little Lego says, I've taken your advice and I'm doing more lives. Very cool, Little Lego. Sorry I didn't realize you came to mind the other day. No worries. Daniel, welcome, Daniel. Psh, doing well. Philip McCoy, hello, hello. Psh, Matthew's back. Psh, awesome, you guys. Thanks for joining in on this build. I'm trying to complete the bag 4. That's as far as I'll get because these are substantial builds to, let's see if I'm putting them together right. These are substantial builds, just putting together these horses. It's like 30 or 40 pieces for a Lego horse. That's quite detailed. So glad you guys are joining me in the live stream. Lots to go over actually with all these builds. Now I'm trying to figure out in terms of piece colors, the hooves or whatever you call it seem to be, there's like a dark gray and a light gray. I'm trying to figure out the right one because there's definitely not enough of them depending on which one I pick up. So not having as much fun as I thought building these horses, but that's okay. It must be done. I don't actually, now that I think about it, I don't think these builds would come apart since they are the horses for the minifigures. I don't think they would be needed in the other versions of the other 2 builds of the 3-in-1 set, because I don't think you'd want to take apart these horses to begin with. But when they're together, like the king here, they look pretty good. That's a fun build. Did not realize all the pieces that went into this thing though. Even the hooves look great. The horse legs look like they're in motion and everything. And it stands up pretty well with those sloped stud pieces on the bottom for the feet. All right. Okay, now the best part. Save the best part for last. That is to build up the knight. Can't complain about that. Get to build up the knight. All right, so gotta put these legs on first. They're kind of awkward because they're all different angles, but just the horse, I guess, stands up straight when you move the feet a certain way. Interesting. Yeah, and then the other talk is with all these different releases each month, Lego had the Death Star being rumored for a while there. There's the Black Knight's horse. I gotta build the head. That Death Star, the Death Star slice we talked about earlier in the live streams. I wonder what news will come out of that again, just because of the price point. I'm really curious if they'll, or maybe they've mentioned it, I haven't seen it leaked, if they'll do a decent gift with purchase for that set. That would be, you know, how much are they gonna entice, motivate, tempt, maybe that's a better word, tempt the Lego Star Wars fan community to drop over 1,000, you know, after taxes and everything, on one Lego set. Supposedly, but I think it ultimately ended up being less than 40 minifigures. And it, you know, it, again, also, it does look like a very decent Lego set. But when you add up the idea of, oh, it's a Death Star, and it's supposed to have this many minifigures, then expectations run pretty high. So it'll be interesting. We'll like to see those bigger Lego YouTubers, see what they end up doing. All right, horse is done. So Daniel, good to see you. Philip, good to see you. Matthew Givens is back. Homework hit hard this year. Oh, sorry, Matthew. It's already early in the year. Little Lego says I have to renew my driver's license on Thursday, so my live Thursday is going to be a bit later. Have you seen the gingerbread AT? Yes, we have. We were talking about that earlier, about a $60 set with a gingerbread Darth Vader. So what do you know? Basically, a $60 minifigure with a side build. I think a couple of you guys pointed that out, which is kind of funny. True though, right? Although I saw the picture of the AT beforehand. The price isn't super outrageous. I mean, $60 is a lot of money still, but the price isn't super outrageous. And I didn't notice the Darth Vader minifigure right away. I just saw the picture of the build and it looked cool. I don't know how solid it will be, substantial it will be, but we'll see. All right, this minifigure has been waiting to be built. Got to put together this Black Knight, looking really cool. This whole castle build is just, I was gonna get this day one, which I did. Got it on release day. Wanted that king. Ooh, the Black Knight either comes with a cool slick back hairpiece, or his face looks kind of like he's a nice guy here. But of course, you got a double-sided face here, so I guess you can. Let me show his game face here. There's his game face. All right. And here he is with helmet and plume. Sword and shield. Serpent, like a black serpent. And his sword looks pretty good there now. There he is. And get him on his horse, mounted, ready for action. So there we go. Both builds. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you, everyone, for joining the live stream. Not sure if you're all still here, but thank you, everyone, for, oh, wow, 29 likes. Maybe we'll get to 30 likes here in a second. Either way, that's great. Thank you, guys, for joining me. I'll plan a live stream tomorrow. I'll get on to bag 5 of the build here. Little Lego says, what did you think of my new and improved live using OBS? Ooh, I'll have to check that again, Little Lego. I've been thinking about how to do lives with some other settings too, so maybe I'll get some advice from you on that one. But thank you guys for joining. Little Lego, Matthew, Daniel, Philip, Spitfire, thanks for joining in. John Powell, Oh No Bricks, Melody Bell, Sashimi, Oh No Bricks, Glitchfire, CC5853, Sarah Morgan dropped in to say hi. So thanks all you guys for joining on the live stream. I will talk to you soon. Hopefully I can live stream tomorrow so we can get my get this cold out of my system. All right, guys, have a good evening.